Do I think Ryan Garcia is ready for Shakur Stevenson?
But Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't like Shakur Stevenson that much.
I don't give a fuck.
He's a very boring fighter.
A bum. That's what he is. A bum.
He do a lot of silly antics outside of the ring. They call him Twitter finger, Shakur Twitterson. But let's look at the facts. I don't think that Ryan Garcia can beat Shakur Stevenson.
I beg your pardon?
And look, I'm gonna just let y'all know this right now. The style matchup is all wrong. A person like Ryan Garcia, he feeds off of the guys fighting with him, fighting his fight. Shakur doesn't fight his opponent's fights. He usually fight his fight. Shakur is a guy who will just stay in the pocket, pick you off. Probably move to the center of the ring, pick you off, throw a jab here and there. Shakur is a very safe fighter, very safe, boring, but very intellectual fighter. I feel like a person like Ryan Garcia is going to get frustrated fighting Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is gonna make Ryan miss all night. Ryan's gonna miss all his shots. I don't see Ryan hitting Shakur with any good shot. I don't see Ryan even touching Shakur, honestly. I can see that fight being a unanimous decision by Shakur Stevenson. I just feel like there is levels to it, and that style that Ryan Garcia has, it's pretty tailor-made for Shakur Stevenson. Mind you, Ryan Garcia, is an okay fighter. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Ryan Garcia either.
I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him 200,000 cash.
If he could beat who?
He gonna fight one of my other fighters who have less fights than he has. He's gonna fight Rolly. Accept the bout with Rolly. I give him 200,000 cash if he beat Rolly. Now, once he lose to Rolly, I don't want him to ever say Tank name a.
But I can acknowledge that he do have some type of skill. He beat Mario Barrios pretty convincingly, pretty easily. I still don't know what was the game plan for Mario Barrios, the corner game plan. I don't understand why they was telling Mario Barrios to fight small and walk Ryan Garcia down. I don't understand that game plan. I feel like Barrios, if he just stuck to boxing, of taking his time, letting Ryan Garcia miss shots, get tired, I feel like they would have been a better fight. I feel like Barrios should have thrown more feints, to mess up Ryan Garcia timing, but he didn't do that. Also, what was the game plan? Like, what was the game plan? I feel like once Ryan caught him with that hook in the first round, that was it. That was all she wrote. Mario Barrios was afraid to engage after that. This fight could have been won. This fight could have been won by Barrios. Barrios has proven himself to be a better boxer. He's boxed better than this before. So I don't understand. Maybe, and you know what? Here's my problem with Mario Barrios. I think Mario Barrios has a celebrity problem. I feel like when he see fighters who he think is bigger than him, he freezes. It's like he gets starstruck. The same thing happened with Pacquiao. He could have finished Tank, the same way. He was beating Tank all rounds. He got knocked clean out. And it's the same thing with Ryan Garcia. He seen Ryan, he got starstruck. He just stood there and let Ryan Garcia, hit him all in his face and do, what Ryan Garcia usually do. And I feel like, the fight was very, very, very one-sided. But, Shakur Stevenson versus Ryan Garcia, that's going to be a different type of fight. And all because I said, Shakur Stevenson is not going to stand in front of Ryan Garcia. He's not going to stand in front of Ryan Garcia. They did say that, Shakur wanted to fight Ryan at 140. Ryan said that he would go back down to 140. I mean, look, Ryan said he can make the weight. As long as he can make the weight and don't have excuses of him being weight drained, I'm all for it. Shakur did offer him, Shakur Stevenson did offer Ryan Garcia to fight him at a catch weight, so Ryan Garcia wouldn't be, at a disadvantage. Ryan Garcia didn't want it, so, hopefully, when they do fight, there's no excuses going on. But I got Shakur Stevenson, unanimous decision.
You violate, I'm gonna have to demonstrate. You violate, I'm gonna demonstrate.
Well, stop trying to left a little bit. You trying to steal quotes and stuff.
You trying to steal quotes, brother. You violate, I'm gonna demonstrate.
I want y'all to play them tapes back.
You already know what I say. You violate and I demonstrate.